Greetings all. This will be the last video in the series on the processors that we've looked at so far. That's been the 8080, 6502, 6809, Z80, the RCA 1802, and the TI 9900. Those are the ones that I have touched on over the last couple, 3 months. The summary will, well, let me say this. In summary, there are many products that use each of these processors on the market. Some are still being made today, as far as I can tell. But through my research, there are three main factors that determined which processor a given manufacturer was going to use. And those three things are cost, availability, and previous relationships. By previous relationships, for instance, I mean Southwest Technical Products, when they started building their 6800 systems, they chose the Motorola 6800 and then subsequently the 6809 because they already had a relationship with Motorola from their previous products. Others chose because of cost and or availability. An example of that would be Steve Wozniak when he built the Apple I. He chose the 6502 because it was relatively inexpensive and it was available. He could get it right away. Now, subsequent processors, when they came out, they supplanted a lot of these previous processors, both in cost and availability. So the bottom line is the manufacturers chose because of cost, availability, and previous relationships. Many manufacturers used various processors in their products. Usually once they chose one, they stuck with that particular line. Are any of these processors better suited to a given task than others? I think the answer to that is yes, no, and maybe. Yes, there are some processors that have functions or features that are more conducive to certain products. No, in that even the processors that don't have these added features can most times be made to do them through software and or extra hardware. And maybe because maybe they could, maybe they couldn't. It depends on the competency and the ingenuity of the designer. So that's the bottom line. Each manufacturer chose a processor for various reasons. So that's what was important to me on these processors. My next video, I think, is I'm going to explain the code that I used or wrote to operate an HP 4-character 5x7 dot matrix LED display that I used on my ELF with the 1802 processor. So until I get started on that, until it comes out, adios.